Welcome back to Nadia's Notes, and we're standing in line to try some really popular Asian food. I don't really know if we'll make it, if they'll have enough food by the time we get there, if I'll have to go before all like the 50 people in front of me get served. I'm literally the last person on this line, as you can see, like literally, and there are like 50 people ahead of me. Anyway, we shall see what happens. Meanwhile, I decided to, what do I want to talk about? It's a beautiful day in New York. I was like, do I want to talk about psychology stuff? What do I want to do? I don't know. I kind of like, this isn't feeling like a psychology video. Maybe it's the next one. This is just like, hey, let's catch up. What's happening? What's happening is there's a video ready for tomorrow. High five. My hand still hurts. There's like a little bump right in there. I don't know why. It's very uncomfortable. And it's like worrying me because I had a bump once on my middle finger from like a ring that I think was like irritated. It irritated something, and then that little bump needed to get pierced. It was like annoying me. And now there's a little bump in my hand. This is where I got that cut, if you remember, where I decided to jump over a tiny fence. And I did for a moment consider the consequences, and then I didn't trust my intuition. I was like, I can do it. And then there was a whole video series about hand recovery. And I guess I'm still dealing with the side effects of that scar / and or injury. I don't know. Anyway, God willing, I prayed. Let's pray again. Dear God, thank you. Please heal my hand. I would be so deeply appreciative of it, and I know you can do it. Amen. Thank you. I don't know if I should have kissed that hand. It hasn't gotten washed since it's left home. Oh man, and I don't have my charger with me. Yesterday, I was sitting in this diner late at night. Late in the evening, editing. Kind of editing videos, doing the, I still can't edit, so I just record whatever I record and post whatever I recorded. So I was sitting there because it's much easier to work around other people, even if they're not working. And I was like making thumbnails and titles and descriptions, or actually making ChatGPT do it. And initially I'm like, you're not doing the right thing. And then I tried to come up with something on my own, and like, it turns out that it's totally unsearchable, I think, by the algorithm. And then I have conversations with ChatGPT where I'm like, it's like, well, what do you want? Do you want authenticity, or do you want to be discovered? And I always go for discovered, even though I want authenticity. It would be nice to start interviewing people. I have been reading the blog posts of the ballerina farm girl. What's her name? Neelam, I think. What's her name? I don't remember her name, but it's like from 12 years ago when she just got married and had her first baby. And I really loved her blog. It's all about motherhood and how amazing motherhood feels. And then you're reading it, and you eventually get like somewhere close to the end. Her last blog post was in 2019, and you're like, and a couple of blog posts before the end, she was like, oh, and I discovered and closed down my blog and like scraped something off or something, and then she linked it to another webpage. So I assumed that she was like talking about some kind of safety for her family. But when I went to the link that she provided, it was like a different website, I think, by then. So I don't really know what she was referring to. And then kind of after that, her blog posts got less detailed, and she moved to Utah. She moved back to Utah. I wonder if she had been doing her blog as a way to keep in touch with her family. That's my assumption anyway. Oh, there are now people behind me. Awesome. I don't really know what I'll be getting here. So anyway, I would love to interview her. I don't know. I would love to interview her about motherhood and what that journey has been like for her. Because I think there has been a lot of societal, like, decline in the value of motherhood and also womanhood as a result, because I think women are so perfectly made to be mothers and wives, like to take on that caretaking, loving role and get that love from their children. That's what I really like, not just their husbands, but their children and their families. I really appreciated her sharing how much she was in love with her children and how it was actually her children who were all over her all the time physically with that kind of affection that I think women crave before they have kids from their husbands. I don't know what it's like after you've had a child. I guess you also crave it, but like you also get a lot of that cuddling from the baby, so maybe the need for cuddling decreases. So yeah, it would be so awesome to speak to a mom who's had a lot of babies and be like, hey, how was it like? What was it like for you? And what did you discover about yourself and life through it? I don't know. Then, of course, like I finished reading all of the Ballerina Farm. It's not called Ballerina Farm. All of her web pages on her blog, and it was so inspiring. And then I started thinking, like, they also, I feel like she and her husband also just turned into influencers, and all of their posts on YouTube right now are all about promoting the products that they sell, which is kind of sad. I mean, maybe that's the reality of things, and they were always the reality of things in America. I don't know, like everything. But like, is everything really an infomercial for some product? Like, is the whole internet space now one huge advertising board in a local store, and the local store is the world? Maybe. I don't know. So as usual, we're touching on completely different subjects because I'm just like thinking about things out loud, and I think that's what happens. Like, I don't have an agenda. I'm just like, hey, this is what I have been up to the last few days. Some people just left. They decided not to wait. It's like literally 30 people in front of me. I don't know. We'll see.
Everyone's gonna play.
I could be walking right now. It's pretty nice and cool in New York today. I spent most of the day indoors. I was talking to a friend. Very grateful for that conversation. Loud motorcycles are not my friends. Anyway, what else? Yeah, so then I was like, then I got sad when I realized that like a lot of the content that Ballerina Farm puts out now is about selling product, and more than that, like I don't think they sell their own meat. From like just Reddit research, it seems that I don't know if they sell their own meat. Their flowers are definitely not from their farm, and it's just a little sad because there definitely are local places that both make their meat. I don't know about the meat, and sell their flowers that they grow in season. And apparently flowers, like in order to travel, they get sprayed, or in order to grow, with a lot of chemicals. And I don't know, this is just what I read online. Let me know if this is also what you guys have heard. And flowers that we buy and put in our apartments are actually quite toxic. I don't know if it's true. This requires research. But if it is true, it's kind of horrifying. Like, what? I don't want flowers in my home that are like going to make me sick. No, that's not the point. Also, nothing beats field flowers or flowers you've gathered or flowers that you have growing right outside. Although there's like a tradition in Russia of making flower crowns. And they're super beautiful. Out of like, I don't know out of which wildflowers, but definitely from dandelions. We used to braid them and then wear them. It was so beautiful. What a great way to decorate. I wonder though if that prevents the dandelion from ripening and then seeding itself. And I wonder if it's like a if it needs to seed itself every year or it grows from the roots, the plant, I don't know. Anyway, I think, how many people? 20 people before me. Hopefully we get this food. It'll be exciting. I missed the rice and the other food, the rice and the triangles. The rice and seaweed stuffed with something triangles today because I left the house way too late. Also didn't have my bubble tea, so I'm trying to get something else.
Wait, which store is it?
Yay. Anyway, I know this might be too rambly and not very interesting of an episode, and now I'm looking at my hair again. But thank you for being here with me, and thank you for coming along and just listening to my thoughts. I did read on somewhere or watch the video about how a YouTube channel should contribute to the knowledge of its viewers. I don't know what exactly I'm contributing to your knowledge. Maybe how people think. You get to find out how I think, I don't know, or how I think out loud at least. And in terms of contributing to your knowledge, I don't know, like I can ask you questions. I don't really know what I'm contributing to your knowledge. But as I said, I watched some video where the channels that grow are the ones that are delivering useful content, whatever that means. I guess cooking recipes are useful content. Maybe some science knowledge, I don't know. But I haven't sat down to do any of that. So we're getting what we're getting for now. Thank you for being with me. And I hope you're having a beautiful night. And if we get this food, which I think we really are going to get, we'll have have dinner with me video. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share. Come back tomorrow. Thanks for being here.